Gymnastics is a complex sport that needs physical strength, flexibility, grace, agility, power, coordination, balance, and control. The Fédération Internationale de Gymnastique was founded in 1881. It governs the competitive gymnastic events internationally, with each country having its own national governing body. Modern gymnastics was first developed by three pioneer physical educators in late 18th and early 19th century Germany, in the form of exercises for young men and boys, on apparatus. Of the gymnastic events, competitive gymnastics is considered the best known. The men's events include a high bar, parallel bars, vault, still rings, pommel horse, and floor exercise. While the women's events include vault, floor exercise, balance beam, uneven bars. Gymnastics actually evolved from the exercises used by the ancient Greeks. Swimming is a type of water sport where swimmers try to swim as fast as possible with various strokes such as butterfly stroke, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. The Fédération Internationale de Natation currently governs this sport internationally. The earliest reference to swimming was found in paintings. Swimming now holds its place among the most demanding sports in the world. Besides, it also deserves its mention as one of the most difficult sports in the world. Next on the list of hardest sports, skiing is a form of ice sport where contestants use skis to glide on snow. The word ski is derived from skith, an Old Norse word that means split piece of wood or firewood. The International Olympic Committee and the International Ski Federation currently govern this game. Skiing was first primarily used solely for transport. And during the 18th century, Norway started to host military ski races. Two main genres of this sport, alpine skiing, and Nordic skiing were developed in the 1930s. Slalom, giant slalom, super G, alpine skiing combined, and downhill then became the main disciplines of alpine skiing. Cross-country, telemark, ski touring, ski joring, and ski flying are the main discipline of Nordic skiing. Motocross is a form of off-road motorcycle racing on enclosed off-road circuits. It is one of the most physically demanding sports and is usually organized in all-weather conditions. Motocross actually originated from motorcycle trials competitions in the United Kingdom. The earliest reference to the origin of this sport can be found in the first quarterly trial of the Autocycle Clubs in 1906 and the Scottish Six Days Trial in 1909. And now, there are several greatest motocross racers who dominated this sport. The word motocross is a combination of motocyclette, the French word for motorcycle, with cross-country. Camberley Town in Surrey hosted the first ever scramble race or modern motocross in 1924. The FIM Motocross World Championship, the AMA Motocross Championship, British Motocross Championship, and Motocross Des Nations are the major event of motocross. Fédération Internationale de Motocyclisme now govern this sport. Figure skating is a type of sport where teams, duos, or individual skaters perform on figure skates on ice. Men's singles, ladies singles, ice dancing, and pair skating are the four main Olympic disciplines of this game. Figure skating was first introduced in the 1908 Summer Olympics in London as the first winter sport in Olympics. The International Skating Union is the governing body of international figure skating that includes the Winter Olympics, the World Championships, the Four Continents Championships, the European Championships, and the Grand Prix of Skating. Figure skating blades used in this sport are typically 4.7 mm thick with a slight curve of an arc of a circle having a radius of 180 to 220 cm. Figure skaters usually perform spins, lifts, jumps, throw jumps, moves in the field, death spirals, and various other moves. Water polo is a team water sport consisting of 4 periods where 2 teams attempt to score goals by throwing the ball into the opponent's net. Each team of this game consists of 6 field players and 1 goalkeeper in the water. Water polo is typically played in at least 1.8 meters deep pools with a water polo ball that floats on the water. The game comprises swimming, catching, and shooting the ball using a single hand. The game actually originated as a sort of water rugby in the late 19th century in Scotland. William Wilson first organized a set of rules for a team water ball game called aquatic football in 1877. The Bon Accord Festival on the banks of the River Dee in Aberdeen, Scotland, hosted the first ever game of aquatic football or water polo in the late 19th century. Fédération Internationale de Natation is the governing body of this game on the international level. Bull riding is the most popular type of rodeo sport where the rider attempts to stay mounted while the bull attempts to buck off the rider. The rider must stay for 8 seconds atop the bucking bull and due to the risk. This brief moment is often dubbed as the most dangerous 8 seconds in sports. Bull riding actually originated from the Mexican charreada. One of the earliest variants of bull riding called jaripeo, a hacienda contest, was developed during the 16th century where the riders rode the bull until it stopped bucking or till the rider dies. A Texas Ranger named H.L. Kinney staged the first Anglo-American organized bullfight in 1852 in the Southwest. Both the rider and the bull earned from 0 to 50 points from 2 judges based on several fundamental aspects of the event. Cowboy boots and hats are the additional attractions of these sports besides the riding. Horseback riding or equestrianism involves steeplechasing or vaulting with horses and riding horses. Jockeys train the horses to perform a set of skills on the course or to achieve great speed. The coordination between the horse and the jockey or the horse rider has a great impact on the event. Many historians claim that men started to ride trained horses in approximately 4500 BC. But, numerous other historians doubted that our ancestors started to ride horses long before this claim. Thoroughbred horse racing or flat racing is the most popular form of these sports. The Royal Chartered Jockey Club in the UK and the Jockey Club in the USA currently govern this sport. Steeplechasing or national hunt racing has now also become a popular variant of the sport where the horses jump over obstacles while racing on a track. The international governing body of horseback riding is the International Federation for Equestrian Sports. Freestyle wrestling is a form of amateur wrestling that is practiced by many wrestling fanatics all over the world. It is one of 2 styles of wrestling besides the Greco-Roman wrestling that is contested in the Olympic Games. The ultimate goal of these sports is to pin down the opponent to the mat, which results in victory. Freestyle wrestling is one of the 4 main styles of global wrestling according to the international governing body for the sport, United World Wrestling. The modern variant of freestyle wrestling actually originated as the catch-as-catch-can wrestling in the United States and Great Britain. Interestingly, several U.S. presidents such as Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Theodore Roosevelt actively participated in the catch-as-catch-can. Cross-country running is a type of sport where individuals or teams run a race on open-air courses generally 4 to 12 kilometers long over natural terrain. Fans wait for this event during autumn and winter. But in some scenarios, players need to go through a wide range of temperatures to create maximum difficulty. Cross-country running first became popular during the 19th century in England. The school started participating in cross-country races as early as 1837. Wimbledon Common in southwest London hosted the first recorded national cross-country championship on 7 December 1867. The Hamilton Park Racecourse in Scotland hosted the first international cross-country race on 28 March 1903. Since its establishment in 1973, the IAAF World Cross Country Championships became the elite competition of the modern-day's cross-country race.